wife was in hospital 10 days.
One of our guys
Yep,
from
it's
Nome
okay.
stayed, he ended up pretty, just a
Everybody.
mild case of it.
6 p.m. Eastern Time, we'll call the Osceola Township Utility Board meeting to order. Ms. Hool, if you would please, the roll call for attendance.
Ms. Gardner? Here. Mr. Hopewell?
Here.
Mr. Jenke and Mr. Wareton are absent.
We have 3 members of 5, we have a quorum.
I guess you're here. I'm here.
Yep.
And Buddy.
Duly noted. First item on the proposed agenda after call to order and roll call is approval of the agenda. Do I have a motion to approve the agenda as presented?
I'll make a motion.
Ms. Gardner, is there support?
I'll support.
Motion and support to approve the agenda as presented. Any suggested additions to the agenda? We do have an action item from Mr. Matt Folk on his report for supplies for repairs.
Yeah, no.
That's noted. And hearing no additional items for the agenda, all in favor of the motion, please indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign, motion carries. We have an agenda. In your packet, you will find the December 8th meeting minutes. Do I have a motion to approve the minutes as presented?
Motion.
Ms. Hool, is there support?
I'll support.
Ms. Gardner supports. We have a motion and support to approve the minutes for our December 8th, 2021 meeting. Are there any suggested additions, deletions, corrections to the minutes as presented?
Nope.
Hearing none, all in favor of the motion to approve the minutes from the December 8th, 2021 meeting, please indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign, motion carried. In your packet, you have financial reports for the water system, including the profit and loss, budget versus actual, balance sheet, check detail, double-sided, and deposit detail. Please note that on the revenue side, the figure identified for revenue did not change from the November meeting. I know that the figures are being worked on. Expenditure side did go up slightly on the profit loss budget.
It's
versus
updated,
actual.
her, Tracy printed them before, like the day before I put them in, so.
They have been updated, the system is just, we're looking at and somewhat dated material,
Yeah.
and it'll be caught up,
Next
certainly at the next meeting. Are there any questions, comments, concerns about any of the financial reports?
No.
Hearing none, a motion to accept the financial reports for the utility board would be in order.
I'll make the motion.
Is there support?
I'll support.
Any discussion on the motion? Hearing none, all in favor of the motion to accept the financial reports, please indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign, motion carries. Payment of bills. Bill folders are here in front of you. Ms. Hool, is there anything in particular that you'd like to highlight?
No.
Ms. Gardner, anything that you believe needs to be noted relative to the bills?
I don't think so.
Motion to accept and recommend up to the board acceptance of the bills would be in order.
Motion.
Motion from Ms. Hool, is there support?
I'll support.
Any discussion on the motion? To recommend up to the board acceptance of the bills for payment. Hearing none, all in favor of the motion, please indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign, motion carries. We have reached item 7 on our agenda, which is public comment. Anyone present who would like to address the Osceola Utility Board will have up to 3 minutes for remarks. We would ask that you identify yourself prior to beginning your comments. Anyone here interested in offering public comment at this time? Hearing none, we will close the first of our 2 public comment sessions. Please note that there is an opportunity at the end of the meeting, if you hear something that you would like to comment on, that we will afford a second opportunity for public comment before we adjourn. Reports. Mr. Matt Folk cannot be with us tonight, but there is a written report from him. Also in your package is the pumpage report. Has everyone had a chance to look at Mr. Matt Folk's report?
Yes. I just have a question about this, coupling broken, where he said it was vandalized. Do you know if he called the police and made a police report?
I'm not aware of anything taking place.
Do you know, Ron?
Ron,
I
can I impose upon you?
I don't think he did, I mean, for some reason, we get somebody goes around once in a while, and it's like cracking hydrants,
Yeah,
and they crank them so tight, they snap a coupling inside them, and they're a pain in the butt, but you gotta change them.
right.
I mean, it's not like it's up on top, you gotta take dismantle the whole
course.
damn thing and get in there. and
Well, they're
hope
not gonna break something easy to get to.
No,
It's gotta be
right.
difficult.
But it's gotta be, I mean, on that street, it's a dead end street, so I mean, there's nobody should be even in there.
Right.
But they, somehow or other, they go in and screw around and snap them off.
But he didn't, as far as you know, he didn't make a police report?
I don't think he did, you know,
Okay.
what are
Any
you gonna,
particular cost, if I may, Ron, associated with the repair?
I have no idea, I mean, it's like hourly, that's about it, besides the coupling pieces. I have no idea what to, cause we carry the whole kit with us in case we gotta rebuild all of it, a lot of times we can get away with just replacing the coupling pieces.
Mm.
But it's still a pain in the butt,
Yeah.
especially when it's cold.
Duly
Was
noted.
it during that really cold snap? That you guys said it would do that when it was really cold outside?
What was the date on it?
He didn't put a date on
You
it.
put a date on it.
What's the date on it? Well, I give Tracy my slip, there's a date on it, whatever it was.
Yeah.
Yeah,
My
it's in there,
office.
yeah.
I guess when you're working outside, doesn't matter if it's 30 degrees or 20 below, it's still cold.
It's cold, yeah. And the biggest thing, you gotta work inside the barrel, so you
Right,
don't wanna drop anything,
right.
so you're really cautious, like.
Ugh.
Is it a reasonable assumption that it was less than $100?
Who wouldn't wanna guess on that? It
Well,
probably
the
was,
reason I'm asking is that
Yeah.
obviously we have insurance, but is
Yeah.
it without a police report?
Well, that was
Is it
kind of where I was
deductible?
going with
Yeah.
it, like,
Well,
is it insuranceable or not?
we'll follow up with
Yeah.
Mr. Matt Folk.
I'd have, for parts wise, I'd say it's under $100, but then manual labor wise, you know, goes on top of all of that,
Yeah.
you know, so much.
Right.
I think we have a deductible, but it may be worth exploring with
Yeah.
Bob as to cost.
Yeah.
And see what we can do.
Yep.
Okay.
Anything else you'd like to add, Ron?
Nope.
Thank you very much for your comments. Anything else on Mr. Matt Folk's report? Will we get to the request for supplies and materials for the tank? We do have a request on his report for, I believe it's $1,400 for a valve, replacement sleeves, plugs, gaskets, bolts, etc. This is up at the tank, so I understand it, is that correct, Ron? That these parts requested are up at the tank? I think that's what Bob mentioned
I
earlier.
think that's what they're for, yeah.
Mhm.
Cause we gotta, according to what Bob was saying, I guess we gotta replace both valves up there.
Yeah, that's what he was
It's like-
suggesting, but he needs.
Well, the thing is, they don't get open and closed very often.
Yeah.
So, once they stick, they're done for.
Is there a motion to recommend to the board that we approve the supply request from the water system operator?
Yeah, I'll make the motion.
Ms. Gardner, is there support?
Yes, support.
A motion and support to approve or to recommend, with our endorsement, that the supplies be purchased, that the board take action on it when it meets next. Is that a reasonable summary?
Mm-hmm.
Any additional discussion on the motion? Hearing none, all in favor, please indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carries. We have a recommendation to the board to purchase the supplies requested of the system operator. Anything else on the report of note? Moving on to the next report, Secretary's report is in your packet. Gardner, is there anything you'd like to highlight?
Yeah, well, no, I mean, I guess the only thing is that I put the note on here, so I'll try to remember to include it next month, that, we're reimbursed 75 cents per customer in Tamarack City from the Torch Lake Sewage Authority, not the 38 cents. How we've, you know, we've been discussing that, I came across that when I was doing the billings to them, so I wanna make sure that, Dawn and Aaron are aware of that.
Okay. But it's duly noted in the.
It is on here, yes,
Thank you. The distribution of materials for them, even though
Yeah.
neither of them are here at this moment and not planning on attending, as I understand it, this evening. They have that material before them.
Yep.
There may be follow-up calls coming to you.
And I'll try to make sure to include something with my report next month, just showing what I'm talking about.
Tracy, anything, questions? Krista, thank you very much. Mason Sewer Operators Report, Mr. Sarah, the floor is yours.
Thank you. I just talked to Chris there. I'm gonna enter my hours there bi-monthly, so every 2 months I will send them to the clerk, there's, or the treasurer, whoever wants to get them there.
Send them to Tracy.
Okay, and sounds good there. Then at Mason Station there, I'm pretty sure that float was put the wrong way there, cause I was out there Saturday, and the light was out there, and I stood around for about 10 minutes there, and then the pump kicked on, and as soon as the pump kicked on, the float dropped maybe about 12 inches there, and a low level light came on. So I'm sure that's, what I'm gonna have to do is wait till it pumps down and set that float, so it's just laying like this. Because right now, as soon as it pumps down, the float drops like this, and that's why we got that flashing light. Then they were talking about, for that cabinet, the electrical panel, Andy had sent me a thing there, they're gonna send a lip to put on there. But I figured the best time would probably be in warmer weather there, take some good silicone and screw it right to the top and see if that eliminates our moist water problem inside that main panel. And besides that, everything seems like it's running good.
Any questions of Mr. Sewer? Jim, thank you very much, appreciate it. Well, on the agenda, under unfinished business, there's nothing identified. Has anybody thought of anything during the course of the meeting that you believe we need to address here, we could add it to the agenda at this time? Same is true for new business, there's nothing under new business identified. No one has anything?
No.
We have then reached the end of the formal meeting portion of the agenda. There is a second opportunity at this time for public comment. Anyone present that would like to offer a comment or input for consideration by the utility board, you would have up to 3 minutes to do so. We would ask only that you identify yourself before you begin speaking, and your time would begin after the introduction. Anyone interested in addressing the utility board before a motion to adjourn? Anyone? Hearing none, Ms. Wool, if you would kindly note the time that public comment was sought again during the utility board meeting. Is there anything else that the board feels needs to be discussed relative to the Osceola Township Utility Board for consideration by the board members at this time?
No.
Having nothing, a motion to adjourn is in order.
I'll make the motion.
Ms. Gardner, is there support?
Support.
We have a motion and support to adjourn. All in favor of the motion, please indicate by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign, motion carries. We stand adjourned. Please note the time, Ms. School. We will take about a 3 to 4 minute break. Between meetings, we will convene